Hello, welcome back to the 3-hour news show. You're now watching our security segment, See the Stories na Crazy.
Yes.
Did you know that every sport has an annual celebration day? So let's say you used to be a swimming athlete.
Yes.
Right? So you know that actually there's a day of
Dedicated
the
for
swimming
swimming.
day.
Yes,
dedicated to
I
swimming.
know that. But I didn't know that it applies for all types of sports.
Exactly. That I don't know.
Now, as you mentioned earlier in the highlights, today we are celebrating, guess what? World Softball Day. Yes.
World Softball Day, which is celebrated annually on June the 13th, honors the sport of softball and its global community established by the World Baseball Softball Confederation. Now, this day promotes the joy and camaraderie that softball brings to people of all ages and backgrounds. It recognizes the sport's rich history, dating back to its roots in 1887 and its evolution into a beloved recreational and competitive game worldwide.
Events on this day often include friendly matches, clinics, and community activities aimed at fostering participation and showcasing the sport's positive impacts on fitness, teamwork, and international friendship. World Softball Day also highlights efforts to expand the sport, especially among youth and in regions where it's less prevalent, while emphasizing its potential to unite diverse cultures through a shared passion for the game.
So back in high school, I was actually in the baseball extracurricular. Back in
Nice.
high school, because the softball was actually for girls back then.
Right, that's right.
So
I was doing
Yeah,
softball.
so in my high school, softball were actually for girls, so baseball for the boys. But little did I know that actually it applies to all genders.
Yes.
It's actually genderless, right?
Well, good thing that we are both familiar with the sport, so we're
Yes.
not 100% clueless.
Yes.
And now we will just talk about not football, softball day, especially fun softball for kids. And joining us in our studio is Teladan Tigers coach Tony Arif Wicaksono and Parents Relation Associate Teladan Tigers Ranu Ario Dharma. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for inviting us.
And I don't know if actually you guys are related to my high school. Actually, I was in SMA Tiga, but I don't know.
What? What year?
Exactly. Now, you see the reaction was actually yes. I was in
What
baseball only for the 10th grade.
I
So
see.
that I don't know.
What year?
Will this
What year?
work?
What year?
2000, oh, it became reunion 2005.
Okay.
Oh,
it's
a
by-
long
Oh my
way.
God.
Oh, okay, we'll talk about that
yes,
later.
later.
But before we jump into the discussion, we know that not everyone is familiar with this sport.
True.
Some people are confused. Oh, what's the difference between baseball, softball, or perhaps some of you might have heard t-ball?
Yes.
Can you explain, please?
Okay, so well, most commonly here in Indonesia, we call it bola kasti.
Yeah.
Bola
That's
kasti.
the mother of it.
Okay.
Yes.
And the U.S. A person from the U.S. Make a baseball, and then over time it evolves to softball.
I see.
So it starts from baseball and then to softball, and the basics that kids are taught is baseball, and at a certain age they can choose between baseball or softball.
But in principle, what are the differences between softball and baseball in that sense?
The difference, basically, the simplest thing that you can see is the size of the
Ball.
Field.
field, the ball,
The field, the ball.
Okay.
and the way
the
the pitcher throw and the bat.
Oh, I see. I remember baseball, you throw like this.
Yes.
Okay, softball like this,
And
right?
Yes, very good.
I see. But my question is, why does people associate softball with girls? Because why does more girls join softball and more boys join baseball?
Baseball.
Okay, I think that's somehow with the gender at the earlier stage, with the in the 1800s and
I see.
1900s. So they're not as diverse as or as moderate
Right.
as right now. But so today, boys and girls can choose between softball and baseball.
It's just like the color pink and blue, right?
True.
Doesn't
true.
have
It
any
used to be
gender.
associated with certain genders, but these days people can actually choose what they like. But let's talk about more specific about the kids.
Yes.
Now, what are the fundamental skills necessary to teach to the kids through the sport?
Yeah. through the sport, the fundamentals are batting, running, catching, and throwing. Okay, that's coordination between the eye and the hand, and also because of the four, on three of them we need to focus on the ball. When you hit, when you catch, when you throw, you focus on the ball.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's more to motoric.
Yes. But it doesn't leave the intellectual thing, because in baseball you have to be smart.
Oh yeah,
Honestly.
yeah. I'm
Yes,
telling you, all about strategy and all.
Yeah, you've experienced
Yes,
that.
I did.
Okay, now I would like to ask Coach Ranu. I know he's a parent associate, but he's also a coach. He's a parent coach, so we call him Coach Ranu.
Yes.
Okay, Coach Ranu, I know that you have two teenagers that
Yes,
is
I do.
doing baseball and softball. At what age did they start first?
Actually, my daughter starts at the age of 6,
Oh, okay.
and
quite
my
early.
son starts at the age of 4.
Oh.
Okay, and how was it when they first started? Was it difficult for you or for the coaches to introduce the things that Coach Tony here have just mentioned?
Thankfully, my two kids are very active, so they've done a lot of swimming and etc. And they have good agility, etc. So coaches, when they found the kids that has good agility, good motoric skills, it's easier for them to teach this kind of sports in baseball, basketball, even in football. So thankfully, they enjoy the sports, and because I like the sports, because I was also a player, so it's like, for me, it's like a me time for them, with them at the weekend, etc. So that is what, then they stuck with it until now.
Oh, that's lovely.
Either they're stuck or they don't have any choice.
They're stuck with it, so.
But also, as a parent, how do you see like sports in terms of this kind of team sport, I
Yes.
might say, beneficial for children and also important to be taught?
It's good for them because it makes them, make lots of new friends, and they know how to tolerate with other kids that has different abilities, etc. So, so they have to be mindful regarding what level of their friends. They cannot, push within the limits. So they have to be mindful. They have to, this is a team sport, so you have to build together in order to succeed.
Right.
So it's better to have an 10 average player rather than have 2-3 superstars and less skilled players.
So from the sound of it, it's more important for you to, for them to go into sport for the interpersonal skill development, other than the health benefits itself.
Yeah, I mean, the health is also the bonus.
Sure.
So, kids these days like to play with gadgets, so this take their mind off it. So that's my point of view. I mean,
I agree.
It's better to, for them to run around in the field, got hit by a ball or something, rather than just stuck in front of a computer or playing game in front of your phone.
If I might add, in Tigers, we also, on the interpersonal skill, we teach respect. You have to respect yourself, you have to respect your team, your coach, the umpire, the opponent, and that's why, and that's
Also
how,
the parents, you have to
and
respect
that's how we know that baseball isn't everything, but it can teach you how to live after it.
I see. That's really interesting. And it's really interesting how you reminded us that this is a team sport. You highlight that. Now, you've been teaching for many years. Is that right?
Yeah, you can ask my teammate.
Okay. My point is, I want to ask you, how has this team sport, which is softball or baseball, bring benefits to the children? Because it must be different than individual sport like tennis or swimming, where you only play alone. This type of sport is so different because it's team sport. How has it benefited the kids?
Okay, there's a slang actually in this sport. This is an individual group, sport that we play together. there's an individual part, there's a group part.
Yeah.
When you're batting, you do it all alone.
Yeah.
Ooh.
When on defense, you do it
As a group.
as a group,
That
10,
is
9,
Yes.
10 and 9. So this sport gives you chance to be self-confident. You have to have self-confidence to perform by yourself. And also when you're on defense, you're trying to help your teammate. Let's get this done and get them score. Let's get some score.
That is actually amazing. But it not just come with all the benefits, also with consequences,
True.
right? Just last week, my son cried during practice because he was hit by a ball in the face.
That would be a daily thing.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
I know, but-
Once I got a blue eyes because of that.
Yeah, but because it was his first time,
true.
so he cried out loud. Now, how do you usually make sure the safety of the children during practice? What skill should they master in order to be safe in the field?
Okay, first of all, everybody has to focus. We have to have awareness of our surroundings, not just the kids, the coach, but also the parents. Maybe sometimes we use loud voices because of it's a big area.
Yeah, the situation of the area
Yeah.
itself.
On games, during games, for boys it's a must. You have to have protective cup,
Okay.
okay, helmet, and also when practice, it starts from young age, right? There's a different materials that you can use. Like for young kids, we don't use a leather ball,
Balls.
but rather you can use plastic. We use plastics or
Rubber.
rubber. So for better safety, and gradually, the materials get harder and harder. So it gradually, with the awareness, when you go up, you're more aware, and that's how we also need the parents to remind us all, whoever, the kids, the coaches, to be aware of our surroundings.
So what I'm getting from this conversation is the sport is actually an ecosystem, because you need to be aware if you're a player and also you're a coach, you need to involve the parents as well.
So, yep.
So it's an ecosystem. Now, you as a parent, how is the communal side of being parents in the field? Do you really have some arrangements with other parents when it comes to, I don't know, things related to the practice?
By that, what do you mean?
I mean, if there's any certain arrangements of competition by the parents or any gatherings, because we heard from your answers just now, it becomes a very communal and very attached community.
We actually at Teladan we have a really like a close knit community. So we like this weekend we have like a gathering because there are like 4 parents' birthday, if I'm not mistaken. So we have a potluck. So we're just gonna gather after practice and eat some food, etc. So we do have a close knit togetherness regarding the parents also, because we actually now our members is not that big. It's less than 100 kids, if I'm not mistaken.
Less than 100 kids.
Yeah, less than.
So that's not big.
No, one club is bigger than us, definitely.
I can confirm that the community is very tight knit because my son is in the team, right? At the 8 age group, and as parents, we don't really just care about our child, but also to other children that is in the team. So, for example, this parent will bring a refreshment of cold drinks and food, things like that.
So
we care about each other.
At the field, you don't only have like 2 kids, but you have less than 100 kids.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Okay, now let's talk about the equipment.
Yes.
Because earlier you mentioned that what differentiates softball, baseball, and t-ball is the ball. Let's show the audience.
So
Okay.
what are the equipments needed for this?
Yes.
For this
Well, I'm
particular
sure you know, but I'm going to explain again. Well, this is the softball.
Okay.
This is the baseball. Yeah, well, you can see the difference. And the
Can
baseball,
you zoom into the ball, please?
Yeah.
baseball is always white,
Always wide.
always white. And softball,
Sometimes they're white
it used
also.
to be yellow. Now it's green. So it's for better viewing at night.
Oh, better viewing at night.
Okay.
And both are hard, by the way.
Yeah,
So-
but both are.
This is a softer actually.
A little bit softer.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Then
Now,
of course this is the glove.
okay.
If you're a righty, if you eat using your
You're right.
spoon, you're right.
Yep.
Then you wear this on your left arm
Okay.
to catch. This is for the kid size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for a lefty, they will wear the glove on the right
the right side. Yeah.
because they will throw the ball
Using-
using the left hand.
Yes.
Oh.
I
So
see.
throwing the ball is using the main hand.
Yes.
The main hand. So the other hand should be
Catching.
on the gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this gradually you will the glove when you initially use it, wear it, it's gonna feel heavy, but
Very
in
stiff.
time it's just like your hand.
Oh, okay.
You don't need to see it sometimes. You catch it.
What makes a good glove? Because I remember back then when I first started softball, it was so stiff, you know? Like, but some more expensive brands, they when you first wear it, it kind of fits to your hand and more soft.
It's in the price.
Oh, so perhaps you can educate us on how to choose the first glove for beginners.
Basically, all glove is great glove. When you said it's usually stiff, yes, all glove are usually stiff when they're new, but there's a method that I don't really actually know. It's industrial. They use industrial stuff to soften.
Okay.
But when I started, I put a glove here.
Yep.
And
you tie
I
it.
wrap it, and sometimes I put lotion in it because it's skin, right?
Lotion.
Okay.
It's leather. It's skin, just like your skin.
Oh.
So you make it softer.
Okay,
Yeah, that's lovely.
okay. Okay, well, and next we're gonna talk about the bat, but before that, we are going to take a little break, and after the break, we will continue the discussion, and we'll ask our coaches here to do a little demo with the kids.
Yes.
Stay tuned, do not go anywhere.